I remember my experience some years back. Then I was transferred from one of our branches where I was the branch manager to head one of the bank's departments at the head office, marketing department to be precise. I resumed at my new desk but failed to ask for the key of the official car that was assigned for the new work. I performed my duty for a month without the use of the official car because the key was not handed over to me, but left at the table of a subordinate at the administrative office simply because I failed to ask for it. It was by coincidence that I had to be at the admin office for a different purpose when the staff mentioned that I was yet to sign and collect the key of my official car. I was performing my duty with bitterness and indignation towards my employer for giving me assignment without giving me the tools for the accomplishment when the tools were there for my taking. I only need to ask. The only limitation to your success is yourself. The only limitation to your success is yourself. Welcome to Success Digest, where we simplify and discuss more ingredients needed for your financial wellness, for your financial abundance, and live a happy life. I thank you for watching Success Digest video again, and I say welcome if this is your first time. Today, we are discussing on the topic your limitation to success. Your limitation to success. The only limitation is that which one set up in one's own mind. The only limitation is the one when one which one set up in its own mind. The starting point for success is to have a goal. We all know that. And that's where it begins. Followed by the burning desire to achieve your goal. To translate such goal to its material equivalent, this must be followed by a plan of action for the manifestation of that goal. And that is what I call to do to achieve. What to do to achieve. I will fail in my duty at this junction if I did not mention the most important aspect of your procedure or of your mode of operation, and which is that you must go on your knees to pray. Until you involve God in whatever belief you operate, or your effort might become effort in futility. The prince of the power of the air and his agent are ready to truncate God's will for your life, and it is only him, only God, that is able to stop them. It is not by my power or by my might, but my spirit, says the Lord. When you have prayed, the next thing is action. What I call the need to do. The need to do. Because you must do before you can be. You must do before you can be. An object remains stationary unless compelled by a force, internally or externally, for it to progress or to retard. I'm going to repeat. An object remains stationary unless compelled by a force, internally or externally, for it to progress or for it to retard. So realize that to be stationary in life is a retardation, because that lack of progress in your life is a reflection of your still performing things as before when others have moved on. God seemed to throw himself on the side of the man who knows exactly what he wants if he's determined to get just that. When you are determined, you will act. And when you act, you are turning your idea, you are turning your desire into cash through the power behind your goal plus your plans of action. Your limitation to success is you, and the cap on your success is the cap you place on it. The dominating thought of a man determines what becomes of him. Man has the freedom to choose how he thinks, and his choice determines his end result. We act the way we think. Hence, he who thinks abnormal and acts abnormal is termed to be mad. He who thinks low, stupid, is termed to be an imbecile. He who thinks and acts rashly or wisely is termed to be simple or a fool. He who thinks and acts selfish and infringe on the right of others is termed to be wicked and evil. He who thinks and acts considerate, constructively, and go about doing good is termed to be good. He who thinks and acts supernaturally above normal, it's time to be a genius. From this analysis, it shows a madman thinks, only he thinks abnormally. A madman also thinks, only he thinks abnormally. Man can create nothing which he does not first conceive in the form of of impulse of a thought. It shows then that the greatest achievement was at first and for a time but a thought. The greatest achievement was at first and for a time but a thought. The experience that I went through at the introduction taught me a lot of lessons, notwithstanding that I was the actor. Who's to blame for doing the official duty using my personal car, of which the fuel expense cannot be refunded? Nobody but myself. The tool to perform my job and meet my targets have been given to me by my employer, but I failed to use it. Not only that, I became angry at my employer for no fault of their own. My employer has done their part. I was the one who failed to harness it. There is no limitation to the blessing God has given human being that he created. It is the farmer's decision if he sow only one corn or if he sow millions of corns. The land will yield its increase to whatever numbers of corn he puts in the ground. For the land will not say you have sown so numbers of corn and you have exceeded your limit. So the same thing is with life. There's no limit or there's any cap to our success level, but only the one that we ourselves put on it. We all know the story of George Weah, the Liberian successful footballer who decided to become the president of his country. He lost in his first attempt and people said it was because he's not educated. What did he do? He then went back to school, graduated and contested again. He won and is still the country's president as at today. There's no limit to your success except the one put in by yourself. The man of God told one of the wives of the prophet to gather empty vessels. She was even advised to borrow not a few. She was to pour the oil into all those vessels and set those that were full apart. She poured out as directed by the man of God. The oil from the small pot of oil continued to fill the various vessels presented and did not stop until there was no more empty vessel. The oil would have continued to flow in so far as there was empty vessel presented. Your success or breakthrough has no limit except the limit you put in by yourself. For more enlightenment on your financial awareness, come to us as Kenny's Consult Limited and allow us to discuss with you more ingredients needed for your financial abundance. We are the financial experts that specialize in financial management. We specialize at investing for you at the Nigerian Stock Exchange and its management thereafter. Let us continue to travel together on this our journey of success through the path of wisdom. To be informed is to be transformed, and not to be informed is to be deformed. My name is Kayode Enrighton, and I can be reached on 074 279 42,000 or 07951 775255. Or better still, visit our website kennethconsultlimited.uk, kennethconsultlimited.uk. If this our video benefits you, which I know it has, please like and share, and also visit Success Digest blog on the YouTube. Enjoy your success.